Hey guys, welcome back to Scrubbing with E. Today's video is going to be all about gap years, why I think everyone should take a gap year, and also I'm going to let you guys know what I did during my 2 gap years. So if you're interested, definitely keep watching. Pre-meds usually take gap years for a number of reasons. One big reason is to save money. Taking a gap year to work full-time is a great opportunity to save money for medical school. Medical school is expensive. Applying to medical school is expensive. Getting into medical school is expensive. And then, you have to move to another city. You have to buy furniture and all these things. Maybe you need a car. So, the expenses really add up. And a gap year is like the perfect opportunity to work full time. You just graduated with your bachelor's. You can get a little job and save money. And especially if you're still living with your parents and you don't gotta pay rent, that's like amazing. Another reason people usually do gap years is to either increase their GPA, or they just need more time to study or retake classes. So I would say, like, for example, for me, I didn't take I actually withdrew from biochem during undergrad because I was doing really bad in it, and I was like, I didn't want to risk, my GPA going down. So what I did during my gap year was I actually took biochem in one of the local colleges around where I lived. And I paid for it out of pocket because I was working full time. And that way, it kind of, that way it didn't look like I withdrew. I did withdraw from biochem, but at least I took the class and I made up for it because I got an A-. So yeah, that's another thing that is definitely doable and possible during gap years is basically you can take courses in your local college. There's schools near you where you live. You can take any courses that you think are going to increase your science GPA or your overall GPA as well, because sometimes they do calculate all of them together. So that's another thing that definitely gap year is very useful for. And also to just chill. We just finished 4 years of undergrad. We did research, we shadowed, we took orgo, we took physics, we took bio. I feel like we need a break. I give it up for the people who graduate in May and start medical school in August. I feel like that's not enough time to really recenter and relax. I don't know, that's just me. I think definitely if you want to avoid burnout, I think taking a gap year, 2 gap years, 3, even 3, 4, whatever it is, I think you definitely need a break between undergrad and medical school. If you're missing, research, maybe you apply for a full-time job as a research tech or as a research assistant, and then that way you get research experience. Or let's say your application is missing shadowing, then maybe you take a gap year to, shadow in the local hospitals near where you live. Or you get in touch with a clinic and you coordinate something to shadow with them there. What else? Any clinical experience. So if you're missing clinical experience because maybe you didn't have time to do it in undergrad, then a gap year is a perfect time to make up those hours. So I guess it's a good time to talk about what I did during my gap year. So I knew I was going to take a gap year after graduating from Syracuse. So I graduated Syracuse in 2017. And I knew I was going to take a gap year because I was nowhere ready to even take my MCAT when I graduated from undergrad. And and like I said, I still wanted to take biochem because I thought, that was important for applications. And I wanted to just relax and chill and travel, and that's exactly what I did. So I ended up getting, as soon as I graduated, I took a few months off and I did volunteer at a clinic in the Bronx, and I got some, shadowing experience there. And then I believe in August, I started my job at CityMD. So CityMD is an urgent care, and I was a scribe for a little bit over a year. And it was an amazing experience. I loved scribing. I loved working for CityMD. It was such a great experience. I learned so much. I saw so much. And I think it's such a great way to interact with patients, because you're actually like the one who, you know, takes them to the rooms, you do all their vitals, you do rapid tests. So like you run the rapid flu test on them, rapid strep test, whatever the doctor orders you to do. So there's a lot of hands-on experience, and I feel like that looks amazing on any medical school application. And also you get to learn, you know, what different illnesses look like, how they manifest, and how they're diagnosed, because since you're doing the entire chart, you basically can see, you know, chief complaint, HPI, physical exam, okay, this is what this person has, this is the medication that they need. So it was such a great experience. I low-key felt like I was like a mini doctor. I was like, I could diagnose anybody, like, because I've seen it all, you know? And it's urgent care, so you see cool things, like people with like lacerations on their scalp, or like someone cut their finger off. Like, we see it all, so it was such great experience. So that's definitely something to consider to do during your gap year, and they pay, you know, fairly well. So yeah, so that was one thing that really worked out for me. The other thing that I did for about like 6 months before I started my master's program was I worked at the Mount Sinai Hospital, and I was a medical secretary / medical assistant. And this was also such an amazing experience. Basically, I was the medical assistant to the chief of vascular surgery. So it was an amazing experience because I was basically like his right-hand man. I booked appointments, I did insurance verifications. We had patients come into the clinic once a week, so I would set all that up, make sure the patients were being seen. I did vitals, I ordered labs, I ordered CTs and CATs and all that stuff. So it was great, and I loved that I was in the hospital setting. So I went from like an urgent care setting to a hospital setting, and I was able to see the differences in, you know, urgent care versus, you know, being in a bigger institution and working with a surgeon. And then as a medical assistant for Mount Sinai, I worked for the Department of Surgery. So I actually rotated through the different surgery clinics. So like I did pediatric surgery, surgical oncology, I did colorectal surgery. So I was able to see a lot. So that was basically all clinical and shadowing experience at the same time. And I think that's the best thing about these jobs that you can do during your gap years is you can get paid, but you also get shadowing, you also get clinical experience, you can get research experience, you can get a mentor and then get a letter of rec. Like, if you combine everything, then it's like great, because you like killing like 3 birds with 1 stone. So definitely consider jobs like that. When you're looking for jobs, definitely like, first of all, apply to everything that you find. Anything that says the word patient in it, assistant, medical assistant, even if you're not certified, apply to medical assistant positions, patient care tech, patient care anything, registrar, like, what I'm telling you, I used to put in so many different keywords, and I would apply to everything until I got called. Like, that's what you gotta do. That was just a tip right there. So yeah, so I did that. And then, as you guys may know already, my last year, 2019 to 2020, has been doing my master's program. So basically I took 3 gap years. Yeah, because I got to 2017 and I'm starting 2020. So I took 3 gap years. So yeah, so my last gap year was doing my special master's program. And if you guys have not watched that video, I have a whole video about my special master's program, DPMS, at Drexel University. So definitely go check that out. I feel like taking a gap year or taking 3 gap years was great. Like, I don't feel like I wasted any time. I don't feel like, oh my god, I should have started medical school earlier. Like, I really feel like all my experiences kind of led me here, and all my experiences you know, contributed to my success and getting into med school. So I definitely recommend taking a gap year. Like I said, I think it's a great time to relax and reflect, and also like take that time to figure out like what you love to do and what your hobbies are, because once you get into medical school, it's going to be very stressful. But so you want to kind of know already, you know, what makes you happy, what kind of hobbies do you want to keep doing, and what kind of other like self-care things you want to continue in medical school. So I think gap year is also a perfect time to do that. And yeah, just travel and chill. Like, if you don't want to work, don't work. Like, just chill in your mom's house. Like, for once, like gap year is like that one time where like you have nothing to do, like you don't have homework, you don't have to study for an exam, so like take advantage of that. And if you want to work, that's great too. Save money, you know, live that 9 to 5 full-time life for a little bit. It's nice. Like I was chilling, like I was, you know, getting my OT pay, like it was great. And again, like I said, if you could kill, you know, 3 birds with 1 stone, you kind of see, okay, what am I missing in my application? Am I missing research experience? Am I missing clinical experience, hands-on experience? Well, then get a job that, you know, does that too, and then you get paid and you better your app. Like win-win for everybody. So yeah, that was my little spiel about gap years. I obviously am a very big advocate for them. I think I'm going into medical school now, just more like I'm good. Like I just finished my master's, but it's different. Like I still think I needed, you know, all 3 years before starting medical school. And I think they have all like contributed to where I am now. Thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you've taken a gap year or 2, or if you have any other questions, please let me know in the comments. I always reply back to the comment section. So yeah, bye guys.